From real estate to real life and everything in between. The Brad Weisman Show. And now, your host, Brad Weisman.
All right. This is going to be a fun show. A fun show in that you might be able to see right now. I mean, if you're listening to the podcast, you can't see it. But we have some food in front of us. And it's not because Hugo's hungry, right? Hugo, you're good. You ate dinner, right?
Although I am hungry.
You are hungry. All right. So if you see Hugo over here at some point during the show eating because he hasn't eaten yet today, which is fine. But no, we got some ring bologna and cheese here. We've got some mustards here. And I've been trying to get this guy in the studio for probably about 4 years. And I'm thinking that either A, he doesn't like me, or B, he's been so busy making mustard that he just couldn't get back to me. I'm going to go with B because it makes me feel better. Okay, but Mike Marcinko, how you doing, man?
Very good, very good.
It's about time.
I know.
What the heck?
I know.
You're making that much mustard?
It's mostly B. I mean, I do like you, but I mean, it's just busy, you know? We got a lot of stuff going on.
This is incredible because I remember you starting this whole process. I remember talking to you probably at a party or something like that, like years ago, maybe a New Year's Eve party or something like that. And you told me about this mustard. You were starting out and you were taking the family recipe. And I think it started with just one kind of mustard, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
So let's go back to there. What in the world got you thinking, I'm going to make mustard and I'm going to sell this all over the United States?
It's not something you grow up and dream about.
No, it's not. It's definitely not. It's not.
But my great-grandmother, who was Betty from Betty Salads.
Yep. Which is, if you're from Berks County, that's a huge name. That's a huge name in Berks County. Unfortunately, well, now, fortunately, it's back.
Right.
But for the longest time, Betty Salads was gone. Mm-hmm. And that was tough because Berks Countyans were used to the macaroni salad, the potato salads, the horseradish, that you name it. I mean, I was going to say she's making it. She was making it.
Yeah.
But so go ahead. So that's the family that this comes from.
Right. So Betty was my great-grandmother. So she created the Polish style mustard probably it was 1977 is when it officially came out. It was one of those items that she would make with her friend, take it to parties, and people would be like, "Wow, this is amazing! You should sell it." You know,
just the horseradish,
and mustard.
Oh, in mustard. Okay.
So then we do have just the pure horseradish now too.
Yeah.
But so we started with this one flavor back in 1977. We were making it for a while in our kitchen with Betty Salads.
Yeah.
And then we got big enough where we were using a co-packer in like 1980 something, and then now we're got 6 flavors now. So
when did it really take off though?
So 2015, I started this by myself. I started a company, and that's when Van Bennett's and Betty Salads closed.
Yeah.
My parents closed the business 2015. I bought the mustard recipe and the salad recipes from my parents.
You bought all the recipes?
Yep. Bought them, figuring that I'd probably bring them back someday.
Yeah.
Went and worked at Decca Batteries. Did this on the side for about a year or two, and then was able to grow it where I could pay myself what I was making at Decca. And then I was in 2 years, and I was able to leave, and now I've been doing it since 2017 full. Just this. So 2017, I started adding some other flavors. So we did about a flavor a year for 6 years, and got to where we are now.
Yeah, it's crazy. So the original is that one there. Is that what you're saying? So that's the one that's probably the most normal. I should say normal.
It's like a spicy brown
not like
mustard.
You have abnormal mustard, but
right.
but that's a spicy mustard. Then let's go through let's just go right around here. And what else do we have?
Sure, yeah. So we did the spicy brown mustard was first. It's a horseradish mustard. We call it Polish style. My next flavor we did was, believe it or not, I did 2 back to back. We did a wasabi mustard and a sriracha mustard.
And I remember that.
Because my thinking was, I want to be different. Like I wanted to have different flavors on the shelf. I wanted people to go to the shelf and be like, wow, I've never seen that before. I got to try it.
Never had sriracha mustard. Right. Never had wasabi mustard.
Right. And sriracha was going through that big boom where everybody, McDonald's had a sriracha burger. Everybody had sriracha, everything. So, and then 2 years after that, we did the sweet hot honey mustard, which was a huge hit. And then we did the dill mustard, and then we did the bacon jalapeno the 2 years after that. Yeah. So it's been 3 years. We haven't had a new flavor in 3 years.
3 years. So you're due.
We're due. Do
you have something coming up, or you can't?
Yeah, we're always thinking of stuff. We do have a bunch of different things we've been trying. We're bringing back our Bloody Mary mix, which we started to a couple years ago.
I'm not a Bloody Mary person. My wife is. Jess loves Bloody Marys, and so she'll be excited about that. I was telling her about it the other day. She said, "Oh, they had that before."
Yeah,
and I said that you're right. They did. I said, but I guess you ran out.
We did about we were using a co-packer in South Carolina.
Yeah.
So they do at the tomato farm. Wow. They were small like we were in the beginning. I met them at a trade show. They loved the idea. I was supplying them with our horseradish to put in the Bloody Mary mix. And then it was like a 600 bottle minimum was like to get them to make my batch.
Wow.
So everything was great. We had it a couple years in a row. Well, then they got bought out by a bigger company. And now it's 1,800 bottles is the minimum order.
Right.
So it's a lot.
So that's a lot of Bloody Marys.
Yeah. And they only have
drink
18 months shelf life. So that's 1,800 bottles. I mean, it's a lot. I mean, to sell in a year, basically.
Yeah.
So, but we've had every show we've been doing, people are like, when are you bringing it back? We love it. We love it. We love it. So
what are you going to do?
We made the commitment and
for 1,800 bottles.
For 1,800 bottles. So it'll be here.
Hugo, we got to sell some bottles of Bloody Mary.
Righty.
That's why I'm here. No.
Jeez, I didn't know that. You should have brought at least a sample.
I don't even have any.
You don't
yet.
even have any Bloody Mary mix.
It's coming in. Well, it'll be November 20th, the week of.
So
November
this month.
20th. Yeah. So
this month.
Yep.
Awesome. That's really cool. Yep. So when you get that in, let us know.
I will.
Because I have a picture of it. You sent me a picture.
Yeah.
So we'll put that out there too and let people know that it's there.
Yep. And we do some local bars like Shaler Brewing Company uses it, Liberty Ale House uses it, and then we sell it online and we sell it at shows, and we try to get into some retailers in the area. And we have it at our market stand too.
You didn't tell me the new mustard you're thinking of though. Are you trying to get away from that?
No.
I think he's trying to get away from that. Is this like a secret?
It's experiment.
It's the bubblegum mustard. Is it going to be bubblegum flavored? No.
Maybe.
You never know. It could be different. Ring bologna flavored.
It'll be something very different because again, if you look at our flavors, they're all unique.
Yeah.
We like to do unique flavors that not many people are doing. There's no other bacon jalapeno mustard out there.
No.
So
I'm trying to think of some. We're gonna have to come up with some ideas to give them.
We would love to hear ideas. I always put stuff on social media.
Yeah.
Hey, shoot us a thing. If you do, you'll get a free case. If we end up using your idea, we'll give you a free case.
Like
the first case.
How about Worcestershire? Worcestershire mustard. Well, that'd be tough to say though. Yeah, it's a long name though in the bottle, really long. Yeah, you have to have like kind of bigger bottles or something like that.
Right. We do different size bottles too.
You do like a big container, I saw too, like a huge. We do gallons. Commercial.
We do gallons for food service. So like we sell to some like Third and Spruce, some like stores like that buy it, that use it in their restaurant. And then we also do 24-ounce jars, 9-ounce jars of like some certain flavors too.
That's awesome. So I got to tell you, one of my favorites is the dill.
Yep.
The dill one is really good. It tastes like, and we talked about this before we went live, it tastes like a McDonald's cheeseburger.
Yeah.
Like
which sounds weird, but
if you dip that like a piece of ring bologna or something in that, when you bite on it, it's like you're eating a McDonald's cheeseburger.
Right.
It's the weirdest thing.
I hear it every show we do. Somebody brings that up.
Yeah.
And we just rebranded in the last couple months.
Yeah, you did talk about that. New logo?
New labels.
Can you show us that on the camera?
This is the new brand?
Yeah, that's the new brand. So we kind of made it clear. There's like the keywords are huge. So if you look at the bottom, it's 100% natural, gluten-free, vegan, kosher.
Very smart. Very smart.
Very big keywords now.
Everybody's into kosher, kosher, vegan, and all that stuff, and also gluten-free. Hey guys, I want to take a second and thank Comfort Pro. Since 2001, Comfort Pro has been helping customers stay comfortable where they live, work, and play. They have 24/7 emergency service and a 100% customer satisfaction guarantee. If you need help with your heating and air conditioning or indoor air quality, call Comfort Pro at 484-917-1803. Mention the show and receive a free humidifier with the installation of a complete system.
We did change a little bit. We renamed the dill. It used to be called dill mustard with garlic. We changed it to dill pickle mustard because I think there's so many people love dill pickles.
Yes.
Since we've changed the label and it's only been a couple months, our sales.
Because the garlic wasn't really the thing.
Right.
I mean, it's in there probably.
Right. A little bit.
But dill pickles already have garlic.
Right.
So it's kind of like saying dill.
Right.
Which is kind of redundant.
Right.
You don't want to be redundant to you.
Right. No.
Sriracha.
It actually helped us get into, we do a lot of trade shows, festivals, fairs. I do a lot of those now. And it helped us get into a pickle festival. You need to have something related to it.
Gotcha.
So now we can do pickle festivals. We do pepper festivals because of the sriracha mustard. So we do so many different.
Very cool. Very cool.
Yeah.
So, I was going to bring up something else about the mustard. I'm trying to think of it. So we went to do the horseradish. Talk about Betty's salads again. You're back into doing that, I think, at the Shillington Market, locally here.
Yeah, so we closed in 2015. We had no salads were available till about 2017. I met Hamid, who I'm sure you know Hamid.
Yep.
He was buying the Shillington Farmers Market. I went in. There was no stand selling deli salads there. So I was like, this might be a good opportunity. So I was the first person to purchase a stand through Hamid when he bought the market.
Very cool.
And we've been there since 2017. So we're coming up on in November will be our 7th year anniversary.
Wow.
And, we make everything there. We go in Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. We use the kitchens in the area. We have a 50-foot stand. So
awesome.
we make everything there. My parents work there. My kids help out.
Yeah.
So
I saw that. The kids are getting involved.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. You think they're going to stick with the whole mustard thing?
No.
No.
They
They actually started a new company. It's ketchup.
Yeah.
They're going to be just to keep the whole condiment thing in the family, right?
I don't. My son he always thinks, oh, I'm going to take over your company someday, but he doesn't understand.
You work your butt off, dude. And I remember this from day one. I remember when you were starting this. And like I said, you and I had many conversations. And you want to talk about an entrepreneur. You want to talk about somebody that worked his ass off. Because you were going to trade shows like at all times of the day. Like I remember you leaving early with like a trailer and with all the mustard that you were hauling somewhere, and then the next day you're going to another one. I mean, it's tough work. And I don't know if you're still doing that.
My house, remember? And
I'd walk by your house and say, "What the heck is wrong with you? What are you doing?" And he'd be loading up the trailer with all this mustard. I'm like, and I remember thinking, this guy thinks he's going to make it doing mustard. I don't know about mustard. I mean, it's a good thing, but French's has been around for a while. But and so but it's funny. This is great because they need competition.
Right, yeah.
I always say it about Heinz ketchup.
Right.
It's Heinz or Hunt's, right? There's really no other. We need another ketchup company,
right?
To come in and start, we do something different, make it better or whatever. But yeah, so the mustard thing is just amazing. So when are we gonna try this? Are we gonna try it now? You want to try some of this mustard? Hugo, what do you think? Try some mustard?
Try the sriracha one.
Oh, come on. It's too spicy. Is that really spicy?
It is spicy.
Yeah,
that's our spiciest one.
That's all I need to do is
how about the bacon?
That's spicy too.
We're gonna do with ring bologna. My favorite's a sweet hot honey mustard.
Okay,
it's got a little kick to it.
Little kick.
Little kick. I know you don't like.
So you get that prepared for me, and I'm gonna keep talking while you're doing that. So,
but you were talking about the trade show thing. So
yes, go ahead.
COVID, I actually was doing the most I did. I think it was 39 trade shows in 1 year, which most of them are Thursday through Sunday. So I'd leave on a Wednesday night or Thursday morning early, go to the show, come back Wednesday or usually Sunday night late, cook Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday at the market, load my trailer Wednesday, and then get ready and go do another show. So we did 30. I did 2 years in a row of 39 weekends.
That's crazy.
And then COVID hit and everything stopped.
Yeah.
And I said COVID was terrible, but it actually was a kind of an eye-opening experience for me because I was like, I'm on the road. I have 3 kids. I'm missing all this stuff.
Yeah.
I should really focus on getting into stores. So that's really where we went from everything we're doing to now we're in over 600 locations.
Because people still had a grocery shop.
Because grocery stores were essential.
Yep.
Our market.
Real estate wasn't, by the way.
I know you weren't.
I don't know if you remember me going crazy about that ever, but I was on social media. I was on KYW News Radio because of that.
Right.
Yeah. Crazy. But yeah, okay, so this is which one?
So this is our sweet hot honey mustard.
Okay, sweet hot honey.
This is slowly becoming our number 1 or 2. It's people love
Let's
it.
try this. So we're trying this with ring bologna. If you're listening to this,
this is my personal favorite one. I mean, you can eat it on.
Oh, that's really good.
It's sweet, but then you get a little kick at the end. But I mean, it's not too hot. This is kind of in the middle of the road.
Oh, that's really good. Little kick at the end. You're right. Yeah. Okay. If I start sweating, it's Hugo's fault.
But
that is good.
Right? It's thick.
Oh yeah. But that's not hot. That's not spicy. It's a nice little kick. At the end. Yeah.
But you can do so many different things with it. People get caught up with just using it to dip ring bologna cheese. We do so many different things that we'll put like a little list together of different recipes handed out at shows. Because you can mix this with like a little bit of barbecue sauce and put it on your chicken on the grill. You can marinate things with it. We make at the market, we make deviled eggs with a lot of them. Oh, so we do dill deviled eggs. We do Polish deviled eggs. So we do a whole bunch of different flavors with them.
Yeah.
So I always try to tell people, don't just use it as something to dip in. Like there's so many different things. We made a dressing with it one day. Like when you have a little bit left in the bottle, put some olive oil in there, shake it up, get it off the thing, and then
some vinegar, maybe some extra vinegar and stuff.
Yep. Balsamic vinegar in
there. Good
there.
idea. And do you put these ideas on your website?
We have a little tab on there. We're adding more daily.
Yeah, you should.
If people email into us, I'll obviously give you all our information before the end of the show.
Mustard's not just for hot dogs anymore. No. Just so you know.
And that's what I want people to, obviously from my end, because we want people to buy more. So that one bottle. I still get people at shows that come, they're like, oh, we're here for our one bottle. It lasts us all year. And I'm like, you really don't love mustard that much. If I saw you.
Do you tell them to screw off and say, go get something else now?
I give them a hug. I'm like, you guys are the best customers ever. But I'm like, in my head, I'm thinking.
He's like, losers.
I go through a bottle a week, you know. And this guy
but
goes
you
through a
sell
bottle.
mustard. I mean, your body's like made of mustard by now.
True.
You're turning yellow, just so
Am
you know.
I?
Yeah, a little bit. You're starting to turn. It could be the lighting. I'm not sure. But yeah. So what's funny too is I know that people listening to this outside of our area, they're going to go, "What the hell is ring bologna?" So we're going.
That's very true.
Right? Am I not right? So ring bologna basically is kind of like a summer sausage, is the way I look at it, because some people know what that is, but it's a little softer.
Right.
It's not quite as hard consistency, and it's really, really good.
It's very good.
And this is Burke's, by the way. Burke's hot dogs, my favorite hot dogs, and also Burke's ring bologna is my favorite.
It is.
Favorite there.
It's
So I'm a big Burke's guy. Little
one.
plug for Burke's products.
Yeah.
Right. Not Burke's products. Not Burke's packing.
packing.
Burke's products would be concrete. Whew, okay. So yeah. So moving on. So let's go through. Also, you're in 500 locations nationwide.
Yeah, that I can count.
That is crazy. I mean, you went from running around doing the shows at 39 a year, 39 shows a year, whatever it was, and now I see you at our Giant, at the Giant in Singing Spring, but you're all over the place.
Yeah,
you know what else I saw you is at Sprecker's Meats.
Yep, Sprecker's.
Saw you there.
I love the little like mom and pop shops. That's kind of like I found my bread and butter with them. Butcher shops, anything like that.
Are you at Dundor?
We are in Dundor, so we have carried a couple. They carry a couple of them.
Are your kitchen and bathroom remodels a little overdue? Well, now's your chance to call First Response Contracting. John Sellers will take care of you. 484-256-7136. They do residential and commercial, and they're licensed and insured. Give them a call at 484-256-7136.
But then we started getting into more grocery stores. It's a lot of work. You got a lot of them. You have to pay for your space to get into. You know, you pay for the shelf space, but it's worth it because you can get in 150 stores.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, Redner's. We're in all 44 Redner's. We do Giant, Bass Pro Shops, and Cabela's our biggest customer. And then we're in a lot of we're in almost all 50 states. I think I'm in like 47 states right now, even Alaska and Hawaii, that we have a retailer, whether it's a small little butcher shop or.
That's crazy.
So yeah, we ship all over the place.
Wow, mustard. Would you ever thought, Hugo, mustard? It's crazy, right?
I like it. It's yummy.
Yeah, I think it is too. I love it.
I'm curious about all this flavor.
Yeah, see, he's like over there salivating.
I know.
He's like, there's drooling over there.
That's right.
So, yeah, so there was something else I was thinking about with the mustard part. Now I can't remember what it was.
We even have customers in Europe too.
In Europe?
I ship over, we have about 13 customers that are buying it in Europe that we ship it over to them.
Amazing. So, I know what I was thinking of. Have you ever gone to like a nice restaurant and said, hey, you know, because if you look on menus today, a lot of times it'll say like Bell and Evans chicken, or it'll say, you know, and what that is it's a brand. And then when you see that, you feel comfortable in ordering whatever it is.
Right.
Have you ever thought about trying to pair up with, like, let's just say like a country club or an executive chef and say, hey, what about using my mustard for your honey mustard roasted chicken or something special? You know what I mean? Like, and then they would put the Pilsudski logo on. I'm just bringing stuff up.
No, brand, recognition is huge.
Everything.
I would love that. So if anybody's listening,
I'm thinking that maybe the Berkshire could do something like that with the executive chef there, or Willoughby's, or one of these upper end restaurants. It'd be cool to see what they do with the mustard that's different, either on a steak or a roast or a piece of chicken or pork. Right. That would really kind of stand out.
Yeah, we do little things like Shaler has. I always mention Shaler, but they have it on the menu. It'll say they have a cube in with our pickle mustard.
Yes.
They also do our pickles. We make also pickles at the market. So they buy spears, and they make also pickles at the market. So they buy spears, and they mention our brand.
And I do see that.
So people come into the market and they're like, "Oh my God, we had these pickles at Shaler. We want
they're very good. I've had them. You've given those to us before. They're very good.
And we do Berkshire too. We sell them our pickles, and they carry a little bit of the mustard, but I don't think they put our name on it. So
yeah. We got to work on that. Got to work on that. So is there anything else, like you had said about the Betty salads? If anybody wants to order stuff, I mean, Thanksgiving is like a week away.
Right.
If they want to order, should they order? They should just order.
I mean, we
might
love
not have
pre-orders because we make potato filling. So
which just goes like crazy.
Which is another thing like ring bologna, where if you're outside of Berks County, you probably never even heard of it. We do, last year, I think we did 700 pounds we made for Thanksgiving. So
700 pounds.
Pre-orders we love. We always make extra, but we do run out sometimes.
Yeah.
So, and then Christmas is another big holiday for it. And then Easter too. Yeah. So those are like the 3 big holidays for potato filling. We have frozen all the time. We make it fresh every week at the market.
Yeah.
So, but if you can pre-order. If you go to our website, my cell phone's on there. We take pre-orders. You can walk up, and we have special hours for the market too for the holiday week, because we're only usually open Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and it's Thanksgiving's on a Thursday.
Yes. So it usually is.
It always is. But we're open Tuesday, Wednesday before the holiday. So.
Great. That's great. So people can get in there and try and get last minute stuff if they want.
Cranberry relish, all that stuff.
I wanted to, on the front of this, or one of the things that says that you use a premium. Is it a premium mustard seed?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
What's the difference between a regular mustard seed and a premium mustard seed?
I mean,
am I catching you on something here?
No. There is different levels. There's
like
a number
anything.
1 mustard seed. There's a number 2 mustard seed.
Gotcha.
There's number 3. So obviously, the better quality, the more expensive it is.
Gotcha.
So we try to use the best quality of everything.
Right.
So the highest horseradish, the highest quality, because you'll be able to taste it. Like if you're using vinegar, all that stuff.
Yeah, it's amazing.
And there is actually different levels of mustard seed, believe it or not.
Isn't that crazy?
Mm-hmm.
That's when I saw it. I was like, what? The top level of mustard seed? I was like, are you crazy? Is it like Angus mustard seed?
It's Angus mustard seed.
Yeah, that's right.
It's a good way to think of it.
Yeah, it's the Angus of mustard seed. And then the other thing I thought was really interesting, and we got to wrap it up then, but you had told me before about how this stuff gets produced. Like you send the recipe to somebody, because when you get to this level, you're not in your kitchen, making mustard. Obviously, it would be fun to watch you do that, but I'm sure you're not doing that. But this stuff gets sent out to like scientists, that figure it out and make it taste the way you want it to taste.
Yeah, we come up with the flavors. We make it a small batch in our kitchen, and then we'll send it to a food scientist.
That's the word, the food scientist. And you were the first person I ever heard that from.
Right. Yep. And you pay them a fee. They'll break it down and say, hey, you used. We don't use high fructose corn syrup, but I'm giving an example. Like they'll say, hey, use this. You should be using this.
Gotcha.
Tastes the same. It's healthier for you.
Oh,
so
good.
they help you get your items gluten-free, vegan, kosher, all natural. They give you recommendations, and then they figure all the nutritional information out for you so that you can go to my co-packer and say, here, we have this. Here's all the stuff we need. And then they make you 8 different test batches of it until they hit it right. We've hit it right on the first batch, and we've also done 2 or 3 other ones with them. So,
because when they're making this stuff, we're talking huge.
Yeah,
huge
it's 2,000 pound batch is what we make.
2,000 pounds.
We get 175 cases of these, and there's 12 of these in a case. So whatever 175 times 12 is.
Yeah,
that's how many bottles.
I'm not figuring that out. This is not a math show, okay? Let's just go with, we think it's a lot.
It's a lot.
It's a lot.
And that's one batch. So right now, just an example, like most of these flavors we're getting every 2 weeks, we're getting a batch delivered to us.
Wow.
So we're going through that much product.
That's a lot of mustard. A lot of mustard.
Yeah.
You could drown in that if you were thrown in that. Yeah.
You could.
It's amazing. Is there anything else you want to talk about?
No, I mean, just we have a website with free shipping on it that we always offer. We do have a store locator on there that tells you all about where we're at if you have trouble looking for us.
Amazon too, right?
Oh, yeah, and Amazon.
What is the website?
It's www.pilsudskimustard.com.
Okay.
So
All right.
Spell Pilsudski.
Pilsudski.
Just in case.
And then mustard.
And then mustard.
Yeah,
you don't have to spell mustard if you don't want. But I am waiting to hear the number on that, the mustard, how many containers. You did that in your head, right?
I did.
You're going to do that, right?
I can't figure it out. But then Amazon's a new thing in the last year I tackled.
There's an up-and-coming company, huh?
I see it's the future. So it's like, I'm already behind.
That's what's going to be.
We're killing it on Amazon right now. You can buy single bottles, 2 packs, 6 packs. I have about 25 different variations on Amazon. I do it all myself. I pack them all up. I ship them into the warehouse.
Oh my gosh.
They FBA. You can order it so you can be eligible for Prime, and then they ship it out to the to the end user, to the customer.
Amazing. It's incredible. It really is. You got a lot going on, man. So we're going to start calling you Mr. Mustard. How's that? Just kind of like in Clue. Is that like in Clue?
I hear everything.
Wasn't it Professor Mustard or Colonel Mustard? Colonel Mustard. We should call you Colonel Mustard from Clue. You remember that?
I do.
Or not show, the game. It was a movie too, actually. But we appreciate you coming in here, buddy.
I'm glad you.
Yeah, absolutely. So come in again when you get your next mustard flavor out. If you use bubble gum, I'm going to want credit.
Not bubble gum.
It's probably not going to taste good. It's not going to be bubble gum. There we go. Hugo, what flavor do you want? What do you want?
Oh, man. I don't know. I don't know. I can't think of it.
Come on.
That's why I need more time. Put me on the spot.
Oh, my gosh. All right. No problem.
A taco one.
A taco mustard.
Chipotle mustard.
Chipotle. There's all kinds of ideas.
Chipotle,
these are good. These are good. All right, man. Thanks a lot for coming in. I appreciate it. All right. There you have it. Mike Marcinko. I almost called him Mike Pilsudski. Maybe we'll call him that from now on. We got Colonel Mustard over here, actually. But no, what an amazing company. You got to check it out. Pilsudski Mustard. They got mustard. They got salads with Betty salads. Go online, check them out, pilsudskimustard.com, and you can order right there. You can go to Amazon and look them up, but the stuff's really good, and it's all over the United States. So if you are somewhere and it's not Berks County, definitely order it. Check it out. All right, that's about it. We'll see you next Thursday at 7 p.m.